Alright, so this week is Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference. It runs Monday through Wednesday, I believe. Monday is the big keynote. We're going to have Steve Jobs back from medical leave, so that's good. He's apparently been kind of working with the company off and on, and he will have had a big hand in what we see this week. For those who don't know, Worldwide Developers Conference is Apple's big kind of software and hardware push for the year. A lot of what we see tomorrow on Monday will determine kind of where Apple goes for the next year, so it's exciting. Some things that we know up front first, and then a bunch of speculation. Things we know, they've announced in a press release that they're going to be talking about iOS 5, Mac OS X Lion, and iCloud. And it was interesting because of the fact they don't usually announce what they're going to talk about. I mean, usually they'll be like they're going to talk about our mobile software and maybe some new stuff. The fact that they straight up announced iCloud was a little bit weird because they've never publicly mentioned it before. iCloud is going to be their sort of music streaming service. Both Amazon and Google have what are called storage lockers, which are basically you upload your music and then you can stream it back. What iCloud is going to be is there's going to be a scanning part. So theoretically, you would open iTunes, turn on iCloud. It will scan your iTunes library and then identify those songs. If you don't have, say you've got a really bad quality copy, iCloud will kind of upgrade your copy, at least on the server side, so that when you stream it, you've got a good copy. The paranoid parrot in me kind of has issues with the idea of Apple scanning my music library, because I think about, well, what about songs that weren't officially released, or stuff like that? Is that information going to be shared with anybody else? What kind of contract do they have with the music labels that, say we're not going to use that information against people? I honestly don't know. But anyways, it's going to scan your music, identify it, put it in the cloud, then you're able to stream it on an iOS device, possibly through a web browser. So cool stuff there. It'll be part of their Mobile Me suite, kind of. It may have its own separate charge. Of course, Mobile Me, they stopped letting you purchase a while back, so they may be rebranding it as kind of like iCloud services as far as bookmarks and iWeb website publishing. That's what I use. So possibly a whole new cloud push there. OS X Lion, of course, has got a bunch of cool new features. Mission control, groups all your windows. The surprise there may be that they may be ready to release it. I read a rumor last night that they may be releasing it on June 14th. And of course, with this push towards distributing it through the App Store, they really wouldn't have to have a whole lot of lead time as far as, pressing it to a CD. Although I'm sure they will have, DVD copies available. It may come later. So that's coming. We should have a release date on tomorrow. iOS 5, bunch of new stuff coming. Rumored to be notifications, a new notification system finally. No more annoying, pop-ups. Something neat and interesting. They hired away somebody who worked on Palm's notification system, so hopefully he's got some, new and cool ideas. I'd be happy with just Palm system, frankly. Hopefully, after 4 years, Apple has had plenty of time to figure out a new, unobtrusive way to do notifications. Hopefully they've done that. Also, widgets. The ability to put widgets on your home screens. It's something that's available in Android and Symbian, and so hopefully Apple's finally figured out widgets. I would like a mail and a calendar widget. That would be perfect. Actually, if they offered just that and nothing else, maybe a weather widget, I'd be okay with that. knowing Apple, I'm assuming it'll be something that developers can create on their own. So hopefully widgets. Also, deep Twitter integration. It's supposed to be something cool and system level. For those of us who are addicted to Twitter, I would like built-in Twitter that notifies me. I like the ability to do like create favorites in Twitter, favorite or even just list. Create like a list of favorites and then have your phone notify you or do a little number count whenever people on my list have updated. That would be neat. But deep Twitter integration, the ability to upload your photos directly to Twitter and share with people. Also the possibility of turn-by-turn navigation. Apple, a Google executive, I think it may have been Schmidt, just said that they've signed a new agreement with Apple regarding search and maps. I'm hoping the trade-off there is that Apple agreed to continue to make Google the default search provider in exchange for assistance with turn-by-turn navigation. That would be awesome. Apple has purchased a few companies that do cool voice recognition and mapping, but the rumor is that they haven't made it its own product yet. So hopefully Google turn-by-turn navigation, which would be awesome. There was something that popped up in App Store literature just this week regarding automatic updates to apps, kind of like Android, where you're downloading an app, you give it permission to automatically update. So, your Twitter or your Facebook client, whenever updates get issued, they would just update in the background. You'd never have to touch it. That would be awesome. Also, the possibility of over-the-air updates in iOS. So when, say, they push out a new version of iOS 5.0.1, it would be nice to be able to have that automatically update. Most cell phones update piecemeal. They download updates like you do on your Windows PC or your Mac. Just update what needs to be updated. iOS, when you update, you have to download the entire system file. That's what happens in iTunes. That's why it takes forever. 666 megs, just to update an SMS bug or something like that. So hopefully they've worked out over-the-air updates. That would, of course, require carrier partnership, but hopefully they have that done. It would be nice. It'd be nice to have the option to do both. Plug in, download a small update, or do it over the air. That would be fantastic. So that kind of sums up the rumors. The rumors of features, those are rumors. We know they're talking about iOS 5, OS X Lion, and iCloud. All of those details were rumors. So that's what we know for sure they're announcing as far as iOS, OS X Lion, and iCloud. Possibilities. iPhone 4S, which is going to presumably feature an A5 dual-core processor, also an 8-megapixel camera. That could be announced. It's most likely that we won't hear or see it until the fall. It's also supposed to carry both GSM and CDMA, so Apple would be able to produce one handset, give it to Verizon and AT&T/T-Mobile perhaps, and you would just activate it with the carrier of your choice. That would be neat. Also, in the next few weeks, it's likely we'll see a MacBook Air. That was already rumored for June or July. It's possible. Usually, after WWDC, I think the history has been to do silent hardware releases a couple weeks after. So I would be surprised if we don't see the new MacBook Air before the end of June. Also, there's rumors of new time capsules. For those people who don't know, time capsules basically serve as, network backups, automatic network backups. There was a rumor that those are switching the hardware to run with an A4 or A5 processor, possibly use as a server for updates, like when a new OS X update comes out, it would be downloaded to the time capsule, and then when you update your computers, you would update from that. That way you're not, if you've got, 5 Macs in the house, you're not downloading, 5 1 gig updates. You're just downloading one to your time capsule, saving on bandwidth. Also, a little rumor I saw about perhaps using time capsules as the iCloud servers. Basically, you would back up your computer to the time capsule, and then you would stream your media from that. So that's a possibility. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Apple's going to go to a purely cloud system. I wouldn't see the point of them, shelling out 25 mil per label just so they could do local storage with cloud access. That doesn't sound normal to me. But anyways, we'll know within 24 hours. The keynote kicks off tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're Facebook friends with me, I'll have an official status thread where I'll just be randomly kind of tweeting updates. But anyways, if you're an Apple fan, tomorrow is going to be awesome. Anyways, talk to you guys later.